Right, it isn't just a glorified MTX4 as far as I'm concerned. This is a new flagship pole all out on its own.
Hi, YouTube.
Hi you guys, and welcome to First Time Fishing with me, Big Bird. We've got a real special one today. We're at Meadowlands, it's Easter weekend, it's absolutely stunning weather to try out a new pole. And this is she. So, if I actually just get one of the sections out for you, you'll be able to see exactly what we're playing with. It's all in its packaging, it's not even been used. Today guys, we're going to be playing with this bad boy. It's the Matrix MTX5 Ultra version 2 16 metre pole. It's as light as a feather, it's never been used, and we're going to be reviewing it here on First Time Fishing. Just as we go to the peg, do me a favour, hit that subscribe button, see you at the peg. So guys, a lot of the filming is going to be done by our new 360 cam that we've got on here now, but for today. But I have got the camera set up over there, and I've also got another camera which is set up to actually watch the float and see if we can get it going under. So basically today, how exciting, we've got the Matrix MTX5. It's a brand new product from Matrix, because they would only ever normally go up to the MTX4. That's all they've done in the past, but they've gone this extra for the MTX5, and it's going to be interesting. Having fished with the MTX4 version 1, it's going to be interesting to see what differences I find with this MTX5 version 2. It's an MTX5 version 2, but we've never had an MTX5. That baffled me a little bit, but let's just crack on and let's get fishing. But first of all, I just want to show you the decals down the pole and see what the pole looks like. Right there guys, today we are going to be using 021 main and 019 hook length with a size 12 hook, and we've got an absolute group, I'll just show you this, an absolute group of maggots on the end just there, and we are going big. We're going to try and fish just over there. I'll flip the camera around. We're going to be fishing just over there where the two cameras are that you can see. I've got one in the water and one on the platform, and we're actually going to see if we've been putting a little bit of ground bait in there. We're going to see whether we can get some monsters out of this Meadowlands. It is an absolute stunning venue. The temperature is perfect, the weather is perfect. It's just the perfect day for fishing and for trying out a brand new pole that's come straight from the factory. So let's see what we're like at shipping out. Now first of all, I am going to say all of the decals on this are black. They're a little bit difficult to see. It does make the pole look like an utter beast. I do love the decals, but they are black and they are a bit hard to see. But let's get this out. And you know what? It's easier than the Daiwa AirZ Pro to ship out. It's easier than the Superiums, the Prestons to ship out, simply because of the materials that they've used. You can see here that there's not a lot of sound on the microphone. We like that test on First Time Fishing. There's not a lot of sound. It is a very slick carbon. It doesn't give you a lot of grip, but it will go through the hand really slickly. The balance of the pole feels fantastic, and I have to admit, at first thoughts, If we're comparing it to the likes of the Superior, it's a very similar weight. If we're comparing it to a Daiwa AirZ Pro, it is slightly heavier. It is feeling not as balanced, but let's see how we get on with this. So what we're going to do is we'll roll our rig in, let it settle. And we've already, something already tried to take it on the drop just then. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, it is absolutely light enough to be doing that, we're getting bites galore. It is absolutely light enough to be fishing a 5-hour match with. It's straight, it's true, we've hardly got any droop whatsoever coming to the end of the pole. It feels like a proper weapon, and we are absolutely in to our first fish, and he is going some. Like I said to you before, we were not setting up to go light. We were not setting up to go. I'm gonna have to bully this fish a little bit away from that platform. So we've managed to do that now. There is a good bend in this pole as well. I don't think it's the sort of bend that you would find on a Superior X90, but the balance here, it's absolute. This is very, very easy to be shipping back. Very, very easy. It does feel, with the little bit of weight that's coming from the fish from the end, it does feel as if I've got the balance of the pole completely. So let's just see if we can try and bring this fish round a little bit more. So we're fishing with black hydroelastic today. Black hydroelastic, which will be able to tackle anything really. We just wanted a little bit more forgiveness because I didn't want to break an MTX5 the first day I've got it. Although it'd probably get a few more views. Absolutely brilliant. And this top kit, so this top kit is a standard top kit which I use on my MTX3, and it's a power top kit, just so that we've got that extra little bit of bore gap at the end of the top kit, so that we can fit that extra big and extra thick elastic in. But this fish is an absolute beauty. I've just caught a little sight of it. There was absolutely hardly any reaction delay from striking and going through to actually hooking that fish, and he just does not want to come up at the minute. Take a bit of elastic off. Angry Meadowlands fish, angry carp, look like a common as well. This would be a good time to say, if you are new to the channel and you are watching this, please like and subscribe. Share the video with your mates who you think will be interested in having a look at this review on the MTX5. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. All you have to do is simply just press that little subscribe button. It should be in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. But it means the world to me and grows that first time fishing family. This is incredible. Look, we're at Meadowlands. We've got a complete and utter blue sky. I've got a brand new pole to be playing with. I've absolutely primed that other platform with ground bait over there, and we have got so much activity over there. I'll tell you what, we could be on for a proper good day here, and this is what it's about. Getting out on the bank, landing, being in this sort of position. You don't know what is going to be under there, what is on the hook, and hopefully in a minute we'll be able to get him out, show you, and you'll see exactly what has been fighting me this whole time. This is what it's about. A size 12 hook absolutely playing a part at the minute, playing a part in that lip, making sure that we're not going to let go of it. Starting to get a little bit tired now, putting a little bit more force on that black hydroelastic. It's so reliable, that black hydroelastic. It's that reliable. Even Guru have gone to it in their elasticated stems for their hybrid feeders and their method feeders. It's I can't recommend this stuff enough. It's been around for donkey's years. It just doesn't want to come up. Oh, honestly, we ought to go to a little ad break or something, like a little, come back to me when I'm about to land it. Oh, this is a joke. Oh, I just saw a little tail there. It weren't little. It weren't little. He's a bit of a monster, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm quite excited about showing you this one. Come on! Come on, the fish. I'm going to have to bring in a bit more elastic. You watch this. I'm going to end up smashing my top kit here. But this is what we wanted. This is what I wanted. I wanted to be able to bring you the absolute quality that is... Oh, not quite. I wanted to bring you the quality that is Meadowlands Fishery and some of the fish that you can catch here. £10 a day ticket. Oh, gosh. Oh my days, I'm absolutely having a right wrestle here. These absolute beasts. His face just does not want to come up. No, I need a bigger net. Oh my days. And what an absolute reward we've got for that fight, honestly. What a reward we have here. Oh, absolute monster of the deep. Absolutely incredible. Saved him. Absolute beauty at Meadowlands. And that is the MTX5 version 2 Matrix new pole. Absolutely stunning, and it's more than capable of landing these things here at Meadowlands. Right then guys, back at the garage. Just before we talk through that MTX5 pole, I just wanted to show you these. These are the Big Bird Neaty floats from Gortini, and I'm going to be giving a box of these away, this whole box away, to one subscriber. So just make sure that you hit that subscribe button and you will be in with a chance of taking a whole set of those Big Bird Neaty floats away. If you haven't heard about them, get onto the Gortini website, Gortini floats, and it'll tell you all about them on there. But let's get into this MTX5. Wow, what a pole. We had an absolute cracking day at Meadowlands, and it's the kind of pole, it was just infectious for fishing, and you wanted to fish at 16 metres the whole time. It was rigid, it was very smooth through the hand. Now don't get me wrong, I think if it's going to rain, it could get a little bit slippy. You don't have that extra grip that you have on your Preston Superium poles or your Daiwa AirZ Pro. But needless to say, they've not changed anything that was working for Matrix on the MTX range. It does feel lighter. It does feel like an upgrade. It isn't just a glorified MTX4 as far as I'm concerned. This is a new flagship pole all out on its own. If I move to the side, we'll just load up the ratings just here right now. And as you can see, we have got a 5-star pole. We've got rigidness. We've got complete and utter rigidness, which, you know what? We gave a 4-star to the Superium X90 because there was a slight... I think that the Superium range, they're going more towards bigger fish in commercials. They're trying to adapt themselves to those bigger fish that you can be getting, a bit like we did at Meadowlands. Your 10, your 12, your 15-pound carp that you can be getting. And it is so forgivable, that Superium X90. You could literally hook into an island and drag it back to your peg. But this MTX5, it is rigid. It's more rigid. There's less of a droop at the end. It handles the cupping kit unbelievably well. It is a rigid pole. The strength that you get from it. There was one time where we hooked a fish in the tail. It was £10 and I was a bit concerned for it. To the point I had about 3 or 4 sections on and I had to put the rest of the pole on and send it back out. It just felt like there might be a give point for it to snap, which we know there is with all poles, but there didn't in comparison on the Superium X90. That felt like it would bend forever, like it was a rod, basically. And when I've used the Daiwa AirZ Pro, it doesn't feel like it's got that lack of strength, like it's going to break. This one, just that little bit of me inside thought there was a slight brittleness to it just because of the rigidness. That is all. So we've given that 4 stars. We've got the responsiveness because it is so rigid. It is responsive, absolutely responsive. And you've seen that in the video. As soon as you're striking into your float going down, the response goes straight through from the butt end, straight through to your top kit. The lightness, it is an improvement on the MTX4 version 1. But is it enough of one? I don't quite think it is. It's a 4 stars on the lightness scale. When I'm comparing it to your massively flagship poles, your £4,500, Daiwa AirZs, and your Daiwa tournaments, it still feels a little bit heavy in comparison. But it's a £3,500 pole. It's not £4,500. There's going to be some wiggle room in its attributes. Easy use at 16 metres. Is there a pole that's easy to use at 16 metres? Well, there is. And that is the Daiwa poles. They are easy to use at 16 metres. That is the benchmark as far as I'm concerned. You can use those for 5 hours. Could I use this for 5 hours? Yeah, I could. I absolutely could use it for 5 hours. Just like I could use a Superior X90. But is it as easy as it could be? No. So we're giving it a 4 stars. So overall, it's no surprise. We've got a 5-star pole for £3,500. Which I'm really impressed with Matrix. They did absolutely the right thing to bring out a 5 instead of renewing the 4. And it's something I got excited using. As I worked through the day, I got more confident with it as well. Which is all you want from a pole. So, there it is, the MTX5. I hope you've enjoyed the review. Please like, share and subscribe. I'll be so grateful, and thank you to all of you who have already subscribed and are part of the First Time Fishing family. But all there is for me to say now is if you are fishing this weekend, tie lines.